Alrighty, hello everyone, it's silverkyl here, and welcome to my Let's Play of Harvest Moon Back to Nature, the PlayStation 1 classic here. And this is not really my first Let's Play because technically I did have two others that I started about a year ago, Legend of Dragoon and Grand Theft Auto 3. But it's been so long since I played those games, and I wasn't close to completing either of them, so I'm decided to just scratch everything, start off with a clean slate, and the first one that I thought would get me really in the mood of wanting to do Let's Plays is Harvest Moon Back to Nature, because it's a game that brings back so many memories, so many memories of my teenage life, and also just early gaming, I guess, experiences. So I decided to go with this, and if I'm doing a Let's Play of it, because this is such an addictive game, I know, right, a farm simulation game, addictive. Are you crazy? I've played Farmville, and that game sucked. Yeah, well, Farmville is horrible. You don't have to include people. Okay, you don't have to invite people, although that would be kind of cool to play Harvest Moon multiplayer. They kind of have that on the 3DS. Anyway, what we are going to call the farm is the same name that I used first time I played this game when I was 14 years old. That is the Harvest Farm, because I couldn't think of anything else. And yeah, I think you only have 8 characters to use. So yeah, we're gonna go with the Harvest Farm. I'm gonna try to be as traditional as possible, as in not try to exactly recreate my first playthrough, because I did not know anything about this game. And instead of playing the game, I just had the Harvest Moon bug, and instead of playing the game for the 20th time, I decided to. And my dog also has to be called Bowser. It just suits him very well, I think. So yeah, is everything correct? Harvest Bowser. Yep. Okay, that's good. All right. So instead of playing the game for the 20th time, I decided that it would be a good Let's Play to do, and I got this Harvest Moon kick again. Because I was watching a Big Red Engineer, my friend Jason here on YouTube, who has about 80 parts now in Harvest Moon, and I was like, every time I watch it, I just feel like playing it again, and I haven't played the game for about 4 or 5 years now, so I'm quite excited to get back into it, because it's been a while anyway. And here's the little bit of a storyline that we have that basically sets up the reason for why you're farming and why you want to succeed. Your grandfather has passed away, and he used to own this farm, and you used to come here during the summers. Now we're going to go through a little bit of a flashback here. But yeah, I'm so pumped right now. Like, I'm just so excited. I'm playing, Harvest Moon, a farming game, and I'm just so excited. But it's because it's you slowly see yourself progress in the game. You start off with as you can see, like we were walking in the field, and there was weeds and pieces of lumber, big rocks just kind of thrown everywhere. Like it's been a while since your grandfather had taken care of it. That's what it's supposed to look like. There's supposed to be nothing on the field so that you can grow crops. So you're gonna slowly have to basically make some room, make some space, clear it all out, and you have to upgrade your tools so that you can get the bigger items. Like right now, I'm not going to be able to touch the big pieces of lumber or the big rocks because my tools aren't upgraded enough. So you slowly see this progression, and then you start making money, and then you start making you're just barely able to scrape by at the beginning. Also, I love one of the things here. They're gonna be showing one of the picture flashbacks that I thought was hilarious. This one right here. You chase the chicken, and boom! Kind of reminds me of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Those crazy chickens, man. You attack one and they all go crazy. And there's a little dog. I'm going to assume that was your grandfather's dog, and your grandfather's dog had puppies, and you've now inherited the last puppy. That's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, I just had the Harvest Moon kick from watching Jason's videos. Also, I'll put a link in the description box below if you want to check out his channel. He does a lot of RPGs as well, but right now he's just really focusing on Harvest Moon Back to Nature, which is awesome. And I'm the one that turned him on to the game. I introduced him to it, and because he liked other Harvest Moon games, and I was like, oh, if you like Harvest Moon, you gotta try Back to Nature. And Back to Nature is kind of a I don't, how would I explain it? It's kind of like they made Harvest Moon 64, and then they wanted to make Harvest Moon for PlayStation 1 as well. So they decided to use the same character models for everyone, but then they changed the layout of the land and they changed the character backstory. Some of them are kind of similar, but a lot of it's different. There's different relations. Um, some of the characters are a little bit more. I don't know. There's just differences between the characters, but they're all here. Like the same character models that they had for the 64 are still here. All the character names are still the same, from what I remember. And I don't know which one I prefer. Harvest Moon 64 is the one that I played first. Was my first introduction to Harvest Moon, and I loved it. I've told this story a few times on my other channel where I talk about video games. That my brother and I would rent video games when we were younger. And so every weekend we were able to rent 2 video games, one for him and one for me, when we would go to our father's place. And we went through so many games that way, more so during the PlayStation 1 and 64 era. And I can't remember what I picked up, but my brother ended up trying Harvest Moon 64. He's like, "Oh, this looks kind of fun." And I looked at the cover and I was like, "A game about farming? That's going to be so boring." So anyway, we get home. And he started playing, so he would play for an hour and then I would play my game for an hour type of thing. But I watched him play and I was like, oh my god, that looks so fun. And so I started playing. I never touched the other game that I rented. Like, to this day I don't remember what it was, but I never touched it just because I thought that the Harvest Moon game was just so fun. And we couldn't find Harvest Moon 64 to buy, so eventually we kept renting it for weekends at a time. But eventually we were able to find the PlayStation 1 version, which is Back to Nature. And then after that we just played the crap out of this game as well. But you could play it, you didn't have to rent a game, so it was just, great. So both of those games, high nostalgia value for me. And just brings me back to weekends at my dad's and playing video games with my brother. It brings me back to it reminds me of when I would go there on this. We would go there, and on the Saturday nights it was a hockey night in Canada, so we'd be watching Toronto Maple Leafs play down in the basement with the fireplace going. There's just so many memories that are attached to this game, and that's kind of why I like playing older games, because they have those memories attached to them. So this, what I was just in, was my little house, but you eventually upgrade them. So basically the entire game is about upgrading. Alright, so you don't have to take the tour. Like, I know this town inside and out, but I'm going to go because, okay, so the story is your grandfather has passed away, you've inherited the farm, and you haven't been here in a while. And now, to stay here and stay in this village, they've said that you can. It's a very small town. There's only like 40 people here, and they're saying that you can basically we're going to allow you to keep the farm and stay in the village if you bring this back to how it used to be. If you bring this back to bringing back the reputation of the harvest farm, I guess, because I called it that. And so you have 3 years to kind of do a good job, make enough money, and also have the townspeople on your side. Like, there's different things that you can do, and you can never really see how well you're doing with the townsfolk, other than their reaction. So if you give them presents, if you talk to them a lot, if you're social, if you go to the festivals that they have, then they'll accept you. And it's really easy to get them to accept you. The only thing is that it takes 3 years in the game, and you have to play every season, and there's 30 days per season, so this is quite a long game. Like I was saying, my friend is at 80 parts, and he's a little over halfway done, so there's a lot that you can do in this game. And that's another thing too, is that I want to try to figure out how long I want these videos to go, and I'm hoping that they don't go longer than about half an hour. That's probably the max that I'll go, so about 20 minutes to 35 minutes type of thing. Probably closer around the 25 and 30 mark, just because there's so much to do in this game. I think I like the layout for this game more than the 64 version too. But there's positive. Well, I like the town layout more in the 64 version, but I mean the PlayStation 1 version, which is what I'm playing, but I like the mountain area more in the 64 one, and I also kind of like the the music in the 64 one when you go to the mountains is a little bit like happier and like more summer like, although the summer, and that's another thing too. This is either like a positive or a negative, is that they only have 4 tracks for the entire game. Well, there's 4 season tracks, like one for each season, and there's different tracks for depending on where you are in the world. But if it just goes to the regular season track, which you'll hear a lot in the game, it's the same thing over and over again for 30 days in the game, and then the next season starts, and then that will play. And I like them though. You know, that's all you hear, but I really enjoy it. All right, so you did the little walk around, and then instead of being 6 a.m., yeah, your character wakes up at 6 a.m. It's going to be, I think, 10 a.m. or something like that. And he's just explaining in the mountain. Gotts is the guy who will allow you to upgrade things. And I think, yeah, Zach is going to come. When I was younger, I thought if they ever made a Harvest Moon movie, they could hire Arnold Schwarzenegger for this character right here, because he kind of looks like Schwarzenegger, this big giant guy. Kind of looks like Schwarzenegger. I've seen Schwarzenegger do that face before. I'm Arnold. Get down. So it works. But he looks massive compared to your character. And Gotts is also pretty big too. I'll show you him eventually. But right now, if I remember correctly, it is yeah, so he's gonna basically take whatever you dump off. Okay, so 8 a.m. So whatever you dump off, whenever you harvest anything, either crops or something in the woods, you put it in here. And then let's just check the mail. There's not going to be anything. Okay, let's go find our dog. That's where you put it, and then that's how you make money in the game. I have no idea where my dog is. I think that's the whistle for him. Yep, I lost my dog already. Okay, well, while I'm looking for my dog, I might as well do this. Oh, we don't have any items, do we? Yeah, okay, let's go in here. Let's go back in the house. And by chance, if you are interested in playing this game and you don't want to, you know, buy the PlayStation 1 game from eBay for like, I think $50 or $60 is what it goes for now, which isn't too bad. It's pretty bad because considering it's like a full retail game. Whoops. Okay, I want that one, and that one, and that one. That's another thing too. Right now our rucksack can only carry 3 items technically, and I really want more than that. But you can upgrade that. That'll be one of the first upgrades that I get. Now, the rocks, I'm not going to get rid of. I'm actually going to use them to make a fence. Oh, there's my dog. Come here, Bowser. He's still a little pup. Let's put him over here. Eventually you can kind of create fences for all your animals so that they kind of stay where they're supposed to be. And you can use the rocks, or you can use the lumber. Now, I could use the sickle to get rid of the weeds, but I'm not going to do that. Just because you only have a certain amount of stamina in this game. I keep going back and forth between what I want to say. Okay, before I start talking about the game, if you're interested in this game, it is on the PlayStation Network. So for the PS3, it's there, and I think it's maybe $10 or like $6. Like it's pretty low, and it's totally worth it. If this seems like it could be possibly your cup of tea, or if you played other Harvest Moon games and you enjoy them, you haven't played this one, it's I doubt you'll regret it. If you've never played Harvest Moon before, that's where it kind of becomes iffy. Because it is kind of a very different game from Mario or like Halo or Final Fantasy. It's not your typical video game, right? If you like The Sims, there's a chance that you would like it. Okay, and so there, I said my thing. If you want to buy it, it's on PSN. And I own the physical copy as well, and I double dipped, and I wanted because I wanted to be able to play it on the PS3 as well. Okay, so that's getting kind of cleaned up. I don't like where my dog is going right now. So I'm bringing him back here. And right now it's the 2nd of spring because you were too busy packing during the first day. and it's Louie's birthday. So every day, well, not every day, but every day you should try to open up either a guide, or if by chance you have the game, the manual itself, which I can actually show you, I think. Software manual. Yeah, so there you go. It has, it's amazing. If you've never played the game, boom. Like, look at that. Remember when manuals were that thick and just had so much detailed information? Like, that's awesome. I love that. Anyway, they explain everything, where the farm is, every item, every part of the farm, just everything. So much information. But one of the most useful things is this seasons, and it gives you, look, okay, so the first day of spring, New Year's Day. Next day is Louie's birthday. On the 4th, it's going to be Bold's birthday, etc. Everything that where there's like a little squiggly line, like it looks like the @ sign, that's a festival, and you can take part in those. And that's kind of like the funnest part of the game, probably, or at least one of the funnest part of the games. And they also tell you what's in season, how much they're worth, how many days it takes to grow, if they're renewable or not, which is good because, onions, it's a one-time thing. Tomatoes, yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but it is renewable. You see that Y there instead of the N. So just things like that, and it gives you an idea. It's an awesome manual. All right, my camera. Oh, I did not know that I should have paused the game. Darn it. Okay. Let's. I gotta find Louie before the day ends. Ooh, schnoots. I really should have paused there. I figured that plus pressing the PlayStation Home button would do the job. Okay, because I don't have a lot of money. We're gonna use this. I believe Louie is in here. Please be in there. This is Gotts' house, and he kind of hangs out there. There he is. And that's all you need to do, is give them a flower, and they'll be happy. No problem. Let's introduce ourselves. Nice to meet you too. Somehow I knew it was your birthday. I'm a creep like that. And this is Gotts. That's no problem. I just wanted to introduce myself. So you can buy lumber off him, and he also gets the upgrades for you. Alright, let's go get a few other things. Okay, jeez, we already have 3 items in our rucksack. Now, if you did pay attention, Zach is going to come by at 5 o'clock every day. So right now I have 20 minutes to get these items in the bin. However, you can actually use your barns as a kind of like a cheat, because time doesn't happen in the barns. Like anytime you're indoors, time freezes, and you have a bin in every barn that you have, so you can use that to your advantage. So there you go. I still have 20 minutes. I might have enough time. I doubt it. Yeah, no, I won't make it to get the. I think there's another 1 or 2 up here. And so those are just things that you can find, and this will allow you to make a little bit of, oh, I didn't even get to get some crops. Oh my goodness, I really shouldn't have. I should have been paying attention and pressed the pause button when I looked at that manual. That's okay, we'll do that tomorrow. On the 3rd of spring, we'll get everything, we'll get our act together. Okay, so what's his name has already showed up. You started the game with 500G. Let's see how much you have now. Oh. Is it 6 o'clock that you get your money? I can't remember. If I would have been here when Zach was here, I would have gotten the money then. But obviously I'm not. Okay, is the money updated now? 850. Yeah, so just those few items, and we're already at 850, which is actually kind of better, because now we can buy a few more seed plants for when we do start our crops tomorrow. And I'll explain everything from there. Yoink. I actually shouldn't even be getting rid of the weeds. They're just going to come back. And if I'm not going to be, well, we could probably. Okay, so this big rock here I wouldn't be able to destroy. I could destroy these, the little rocks with my hammer, but I like using them. They look nice. And then when you run out of the few rocks that they have here, the few boulders, you can actually every lumber that you cut is actually shown. Do you see at the bottom right? There's an 11 number beside a piece of wood. Yeah, that's where they are, and they end up right in here, and you can pick them up, and then they look a lot nicer. So keep that in mind. If I could get rid of all the lumber, that'd be perfect. Although it's already like 8:20, my character does have to go to bed eventually. Although there's another thing too that I can show you. Not right now, but let's take all these rocks here. You can go to the well, or not a well, a hot spring. And if you go in there for an hour before you go to bed, you're pretty much fine. Oh, my dog's asleep. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay. You're coming with me. He's going. I like when I'm running, I run with him like over top of my head. Get out of my way, I've got a dog on top of my head. And he's going to sleep with me. If you want to save, you click on write a diary entry or something like that. I'll click on it next time. Okay, so we're 20 minutes in. Let's do. Oh, and just before, let's take a peek at the TV, because the only one that's really important is the weather network, and it lets you know if it's gonna rain or not. Sometimes there's. Oh, I did not mean to click. The other ones are actually kind of interesting. There's one of them that has a TV show that's kind of like a Power Rangers show, and you're just reading text basically, but it's interesting. Oh, right. I forgot about this. Okay. That does sound mysterious. Okay, I'll be on the lookout for him. If I see him, I'll dial 911. Oh, that's odd that they're panning over here. I guess they're trying to show how well you're doing here. You know, I think that's the guy. Yeah, it's kind of understandable. There's only 40 people here. This is like such a cozy little village. He doesn't even give you the option of saying yes or no. He just goes and hangs out. I don't remember what the storyline is here. Like if I have to go get the cop. Okay, well it's raining, so I'm gonna actually bring my dog back inside. No, for your dog, he's about the only animal that you have that he doesn't. It doesn't matter if you leave him inside or outside for when it's raining. He doesn't care. All your other animals do, though. Like when you get a horse, when you get. Does it show you? No, it doesn't show. But eventually you'll get cows, sheep. Those you have to bring inside. They do not like the rain at all. Okay, it's 6 a.m. So let's go over here. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to talk to him. Okay, he's already gone. That's kind of creepy. And that, honestly, if you think about that, that would be creepy as hell. This cop tells you to watch out for this guy. This guy shows up at your farm at 6 a.m., mind you, and he says he's just gonna hang out there and rest for a while. But he doesn't go like inside or anything. He just like stands out, and like he would have, like, if I would have not gone inside the house, he would have just watched me, basically work and just like hang out there. That's pretty damn creepy. You've never met this guy, but he's harmless. And do not buy anything from him. Or if you do, make sure that he drops the prices, because he charges ridiculous prices for some of the things. Just pretty much go as low as you can. He'll charge like $1,000 for stuff, and it's like make him bring it down to about 100. So because it's like still super early, let's just keep gathering everything that we can. And I think on the 3rd, it was nobody's birthday. Yeah, let's pick up a flower too. And I think there's one. Yep. I don't think there's. You can go further into the mountains too. Like this is kind of like just the beginning. So the more south and west, like if you go, if you go down that way, That's basically brings you up, I think. I can't remember what they called this mountain. Alright. So we'll dump off that thing. Oops, that's the one I wanted. The flower, you cannot sell flowers. But you can use them as gifts, and the women like it a lot. So there's 5 bachelorettes that you can marry. And I'll show you where they all live. Oh! If you want to talk to... Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, if you want to talk to anybody, if you whistle, they'll stop. This is Gray. And his grandfather is the blacksmith right here. That's pretty much the biggest family in the game, because there's 2 siblings. So Gray, he has a sister Anne, which you can marry. Then they have their father and the grandfather. This is the library, and Mary lives or works there. She actually lives right beside it, right there. Let's go say hi. I don't. Yeah, all right. Let's introduce ourselves to Mary. Oh, it's not open. Okay, this is where Ellie or Ellen lives. I can't remember. I think it's Ellie. She's another bachelorette. She's a nurse. The mayor lives there. Karen lives here. She's... Oh no, is it closed today? Ah, freak. Alright, well, let's go to the hospital. Just for the heck of it. I don't know if there's a cutscene here. Oh, there is. Okay, so what's her name? Hello, you're Kyle, owner of the harvest farm, right? Okay, so you see how she has a little black heart at the bottom? That's how you tell... let's go with no pain at all. But it didn't hurt. Thank you. To see you. Oh, that's yeah. There's the doctor up there. And every bachelorette that you have has a rival for you, as in like they could be wooed by somebody else. So you have a certain amount of time. I've never actually had it that I didn't. The person I was after ended up going with the rival. But it can happen, I guess, if you really take your time. What else could I go to? Let's go to the inn, and I'll show you the father of Gray, and his name is Doug, I believe. And also Anne might be here too, and you can marry Anne. So at least we're being introduced to all the characters here, slowly but surely. Okay, cutscene. I will. Oh yeah, this. Yeah, I certainly can. So this is Doug. Yes, he's cute. Nothing. It's a private matter. Oh, Dad. Alright, basically if you would have said the other option, he kind of, he's not as happy with you, so there's certain things that you can say and it makes them a little bit happier. I played this game numerous times, so I kind of know all the options, although that's fairly obvious. I mean, it's kind of odd though. Well, I guess I don't know what year this takes place in. I will. That's all she says. Okay, let's just walk right through her like I'm a ghost, and let's go see if anybody else is here. There's a cat here somewhere. He might be on another level. Is Cliff home? Okay, this is where Cliff lives, in one of those beds, I guess. And Gray lives here, and Anne lives there too. I think they do. Because there's also, you're not allowed here yet, but Doug's quarters basically here. Basically under everything is where Doug lives, and maybe Anne and Gray live there too, I don't remember. Anyway. But you only get to go into people's rooms basically when they start trusting you. But it's kind of an extra incentive for you to give people gifts, talk to them all the time, Not only does it allow you to technically beat the game, although once you pass the 3 years, you can keep playing the game. I think up to 99 years or something. I don't know how many hours of the gameplay that would be. This is where you would go to buy cows and sheep. And over here is the other farm, where you can buy chickens and chicken feed. Oh, and we're getting a cutscene. Now, this is the last character that you can marry. I hate you, Rick. Potpourri. Oh, we gotta go see the cop too. Okay. Oh yeah, let's go talk to Rick. I don't really like Rick because he's kind of whiny and stuff. He's also the rival for Karen, and that's who I always tend to go for. Oh, that's sad. You shouldn't have yelled at her. Yeah. Alright, I'll go do this favor for you this one time. And then we will see. Well, we'll... Oh, wait. No. No. Stop. No. I needed to talk to the cop. Damn it. I forgot that he goes to visit Gots on specific days. Okay, let's go this way. Where's the cop going to end up? I used to know all the schedules for everyone. Like, I think tonight Karen will show up at the bar. There's a few people that will show up at the bar, but the Karen only shows up on specific nights. I think Tuesdays is one of them, because she works at the little shop there. Man, we started the game, and the first 2 days that we're playing, we won't be able to. The whole point of the game is, to build a farm and grow crops, and we're not able to do that. Where did she go again? Yeah, she's right here. Hello. Well, it's over there. My sympathies. Yeah, she's a little bit of a crybaby. My brother would actually always go for her. She's okay. They all have their different personalities. Yep. That's me. Like, she's cute in some moments, but she's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit of a crybaby and just different. Yeah, I pretty much did everything. Well, what else can I do? Oh, yeah, we'll go to the bar tonight. We haven't even done any work, and we're like, let's just go to the bar, because there's nothing else to do on a rainy day. But we'll clean out the rest of the lumber. Let's say if we do that, then I think we'd be allowed to go and have a brewski at the bar. Well, we don't really have that much money. We might just get a water at the bar. I don't have that much money yet. Also, when it is raining, try not to do, like, here I am giving this proper advice and I'm not heeding it myself. You shouldn't work your character too much when it's raining outside, because you can catch a cold and then you have to actually go to the doctor and get some medicine. Or else you'll just sleep in a lot more. Battery is low, lovely. That's okay, well, I have to find the cord to charge it with. I don't know if you saw that or not, but cause I don't know what actually shows up for when you're recording. I assume it's everything that I see other than what the TV would say. Like, if I turn up the volume on the TV, I don't think you'll see that, but you'll see everything that the PlayStation does, because I'm recording the PlayStation itself. So my battery's slowly dying on my controller. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let's not go to the bar tonight. Let's go to the bar when I can actually buy a beverage instead of just buying the water or getting the water, because it's $0. They just look at me strange. I'm DD. There's like no vehicle in this game. And that's another thing too. Yeah, I was saying earlier. I don't know what year this takes place in. Everything kind of looks old-fashioned a little bit, like, I don't know, maybe 50 years ago, but it could be like present day. The game was made in 2000, so that's the latest I guess it could be. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's go in because my controller's dying, and we'll go to the bar another night. So there you have it. Oh, and this is where you would go to save. You go make a diary entry and then sleep, and that will allow you to save the game. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time when we finally buy some crops and start planting some crops. So see you all next time. Bye bye, everyone.